All right, we're gonna go over flying open today. Flying open is a very common problem that everyone has. It's whenever your front side gets past your shoulder. So if you're left-handed, it's when your elbow goes past your shoulder and you're coming open. Flying open is when your front side elbow goes past your shoulder. And that's gonna cause you to spin shoulders the same way that your hips are rotated. When our hips turn, we wanna keep our shoulders steady. We're not gonna allow our chest to come back and roll. We're gonna keep our elbows from passing our shoulder. What we wanna do is make sure that we take our front side, glove, elbow, and we use that shoulder as a block, and we get to keep it tight as we pull that glove side back in. We're avoiding any twisting in our upper body that allows us to come around, puts extra pressure on our elbow and our shoulder. Here's a couple ways to train yourself out of flying open. The first is to go with a hip turn and make sure the glove pull stays tight. Very simple. All we're gonna do is make sure that the back knee is driving down as the front elbow is staying closed, driving to the rib cage and making sure that glove doesn't go down and flop or up and make us twist. Here's a great way to work on it. Make sure that your feet, when you land, are pointed straight. Big problem guys have is they land completely closed and they go to fire their hips and everything starts rotating. Again, we want to stop that rotation from transferring from the lower body up through the shoulders because we can't control it. You want to make sure that that hip lands and you front side block all the way through. And when you finish, you should be somewhat square to the plate so you can field your position. Great way to make sure that you are staying away from flying open is keeping that weight back. Coaches yell it all the time, stay back, stay back, stay back. It's really important. Best way to stay back and buy yourself more space and time, load up the hips. Here's the way it works. You wanna make sure that that knee doesn't bend. We're firing quads at that point. Make sure we're sitting into the hips as we get back there. Checking to make sure that our knee is over our ankle rather than being into our quads here and then rotating and spinning. If you're angled back, quad not even engaged, we're using hamstrings, flip hips, everything up front, super light, and we can work through. Big problem people have is trying to make power by jumping. We don't push anymore, we rotate. Household item, playground ball you bother your mom for at the store. Best way to work on it is hold that ball in front of you, 90-degree angle, both sides. All you're gonna do is rotate hips. If you fly open, you're gonna hit that ball and it's gonna be going off to the side. Instead, make sure that you get to work hips and then hands working over, so you get to go. Not such a household item, Clean Fuego. It's an immediate feedback tool. When you go to throw this and you get it to the side you're flying open, that ball is gonna have a trajectory, very identifiable. You're gonna see red when you throw it, and that is not good. You wanna make sure that you're staying through that throw. The ball is gonna come off the fingers and stay completely straight as it rotates. Flying open is one of the worst things you can do as a pitcher. You'll lose accuracy, you'll lose speed, you'll lose angle, you'll lose movement, you lose all the things that you love as a pitcher. Boys, let's avoid it, stay straight, let's make it work.